Hello. Well, my face is not looking very good, so I did not do any makeup, and so I decided to go a little silly and do the Guy Fawkes. And yes, V. Well, anyways, this video for today will be concerning a situation that came up on my Facebook page, as usual, where a friend of mine sent me a link to another Facebook user's page that was dealing with the Billie Porter situation. If you remember the Billie Porter situation, this is where a gentleman showed up to the Oscars wearing a large ball gown. It was very large, and in my eyes very clumsy, and I do give kudos to him for wearing it. At the same time, I kind of wish he had worn something a little bit more practical, where he didn't have to change out of the outfit that he was wearing. Well, this gentleman that posted this this picture of Mr. Porter also showed a picture of a little boy wearing a tutu. And his caption was, "Masculinity is under attack, and the LGBT agenda is ruining young boys," or something to that effect. This is my take on that kind of thing. Are you giving masculinity absolutely no credit? Are you saying that masculinity is so weak that fabric or cuts of fabric or certain kinds of fabric can destroy masculinity? When I see people say this sort of shit, I get pissed. Because first of all, they're always going on about masculinity and how great it is, and yet they are saying that masculinity is under attack because a boy wears a dress, or a man wears a skirt, or something to that effect. He also used the overly used term, gay agenda. First of all, we don't know if that boy in that picture was gay. We do know Mr. Porter is gay, and he is very out and open about it. He has the courage to go to a very public event and strut his stuff out there for all to see. And yet, this man's got no courage, which I thought was a sign of masculinity. So, I responded to this individual with basically what I just said here. However, I just wanted to add on. People who say this sort of thing, to me, are scared little boys. In their head. I don't care how old they are. They're scared little men. Boys. They're boys. They're immature people who link masculinity, or who insult masculinity by saying that it can be destroyed by cloth. These are also the sort of people that go on about being alphas. Well, they always go on about blending in, not standing out, doing as everybody else does. And you know what? I can't think of anything more beta than to go along to get along, than to follow the crowd, than to do as what everybody else does. That, to me, is pretty beta. An alpha leads while a beta follows. That's my understanding. I don't really know the alpha-beta thing. I know I'm not any of those. I am a delta or something like that. I think it was delta or gamma or something like that. Like a mix of alpha and beta. This mask is hot. I've never actually worn this mask. This is the very first time. And it was kind of hard getting everything right. And I've got the black background and all that. I'm going to shut up on that right now because I'm going to get back to the topic at hand. Like I said, men that do this, I don't think help masculinity. I think they weaken it. I think they actually devalue it. Another thing I find pathetic about these people is they seem to think that when a woman wears, they had nothing to say about the women that showed up to this event wearing tuxedos and wearing otherwise male outfits. But they have so much to say about Mr. Porter wearing his. And if you remember, I did make a video where I was upset that he changed out of his outfit and got into what I thought was typical male attire. And I later learned that indeed it was not. It was a pair of palazzo pants, which are anything but normal pants. But, Billie Porter, like I said, I sort of made a video ripping into him, and I was wrong. And I made a video later to show that, to explain how I was wrong. What Billie Porter did was he challenged norms. He challenged social norms, and he did what he wanted to do. And what he wanted to do hurt nobody. But this guy who posted this thing started posting pictures of lions fornicating. I think he's one of these, pardon the expression, I think he's one of these black Israelites who just hate everybody. They hate Jews, they hate Christians, they hate everybody, it seems like. Although they preach the word of the Bible. Now what's really funny about these people, especially when they rip into homosexuals, is what they always go after is, for lack of a better term, butt stuff. About how gays have sex. And I guess they don't know that sodomy has no distinction between male and female. So if they are ripping into gay guys for having anal sex, but not ripping into themselves if they're having anal sex with their girlfriend or their wife, they're hypocrites. That's all there is to it. There's a reason why sodomy was made wrong during biblical times, and I'm pretty sure it had everything to do with disease. Just like how having illicit sex was probably the laws against it were to prevent disease. I'm not certain on that. I'm not an expert in that area, but I'm just thinking that's probably what it was. So anyways, that's my take on people like this individual who throughout the exchange he actually changed his name several times. He went from Jeremiah to Jebediah to Jeremiah Breeze and Jebediah Judah or something like that. He just changed his name so many times. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Are you some schizophrenic? Are you just so frightened of men expressing things other than anger and competition and jealousy and all this shit? Guys like that make me annoyed at men in general. I mean, I'm male, and I still can't see myself being that stupid. It's bigotry is what it is, and when they use the Bible to justify their bigotry, it's that much worse, because that book was written by men, and it was written long ago during more ignorant times. So, well, that's about all I have to say on the topic. Go ahead and leave your comments down below. You know, actually, this is something I do ask those who watch this video and my videos. When you see someone making such ignorant comments, when you see someone saying such ignorant stuff, call them out on it. Don't let them just get away with it. Call them out. Tell them how stupid they are, how moronic they are. Give them a history in clothing. Because that's the other thing. A lot of these guys don't even know that skirts or short skirts and tights and high heels are all born out of combat. They were all once male clothing. Only men could wear them, or men and women could wear them. Makeup, men and women could wear. And so I just find it comical when these people go off about how skirts are for women only. It's like, dude, get a history in clothing, okay? Because that's not the case. So yeah, there we go. That's my video. Leave your comments below. And I don't know how often I'll do this. I just thought it'd be fun since I didn't really want to put makeup on and my face is kind of a wreck right now. So there we go. Okay. So have a good... there. I'm blind too, by the way. So have a good day. Bye-bye.